So you know what helps? Is to turn on the mic. One disadvantage with using a condenser mic is it does need phantom power to work. But hey, at least alt-tabbing gets it to stop, gets the game to pause. Because, you know, as you would have seen, I had to make a new game. Because, yeah, I played it through it twice before. I don't need to say that the key was provided because I bought this way back when. I can probably find out when I bought it. I do keep that kind of record. I contemplated but did not enable radon image sharpening. I'm tempted to. And by the way, when I was looking at the percent completion,
Panau Islands.
there's a lot of collections.
It's agency territory, right? U.S. friendly.
Not anymore. And that's why we're here.
Someone not dancing to Uncle Sam's tune?
The old president was assassinated by the new president, Pandak Panay, his son. And he won't pick up the phone.
He doesn't sound much like a people person.
Right. He's attempting to eliminate all opposition. Sheldon was trying to figure out his agenda when he disappeared.
So, what? He's gone dark before.
Not like this. Worst case scenario, he's gone rogue.
So what's in it for him?
I don't know, Rico. But if he has turned, you gotta take him out.
That's a bitter pill, Kane. Sheldon taught me everything I know.
Which is why you're here. You know his M.O.
I can't argue with that.
We gathered all available intel onto these memory cards. Marshall here will download them onto your PDA.
Yes. Back when PDAs were thick.
Stuff on those cards. They fall into the wrong hands. It's gonna be one hell of a firestorm back in Washington. Ugh.
Whoa! The natives are restless!
Someone doesn't like us.
Panauan military. I recognize the flak. We sold them those guns. Get back from there!
Oh, hell. I was running out of ammo anyway. Don't wait up!
Just cause games are just, you know,
Marshall is dead, but he's still got your PDA. Catch up with him before he crashes into
silly,
the ground.
fun action game. It kind of is that simple. If you need a game play that's just I want to have fun blowing stuff up, Just Cause series is a good one to look to.
Damn memory cards are sprinkled like confetti all over the place. Good thing they've got tracers. Land outside of that base.
Yeah, he just has like a permanently surgically attached pair. And it is infinite as well. And he's got grappling. I mean, it's just, you know, it's just silly. But it's so. And I do have Just Cause 1, by the way, but I've not played that. I thought about maybe starting there, but it's like, nah.
Big guns for such a small island.
I'm sure I'll play it. I'm trying to remember what
There are 5
keys
remaining
are.
memory cards, all full of compromising intel. You better haul ass before the locals get their hands on them.
Yeah, I think that it is just certain things are not accessible yet.
Use your grappling hook to get inside the base. Take that guard out.
Oh, it is left. This way. Oh, so for the gun. One thing that is nice about Just Cause 2 versus 3 and 4 is, I don't know if we'll find one, but you can get, you can find miniguns, well, mounted guns, and tear them off and walk around with them, and they have unlimited ammo when you do. don't give me guns with unlimited ammo. I will find a way to just use them.
Alert! Alert! There is a trespasser in this area.
Enemy! Look out! Incoming hostiles! Good job. You need to find a gun, Rico.
That'll come in handy.
I've got a lock on another memory card.
Hostile has been sighted. Locate and kill.
Nope. Doesn't seem. The nope is that it doesn't seem like there's anything.
I see him now! He got a...
Enemy located. All units attack on site.
There we go.
Over there! Ah, I see him!
It's gonna take a little bit of getting used to. I will. That's one of the collectibles,
Incoming hostile chopper.
of which there is a lot. Ah. And this is... It's stuff like this that's why I so enjoy the Just Cause series.
There's another memory card up on that cliff base.
I'm doing something else right now. And I will also... Yeah, I didn't get a review playthrough for Just Cause 3, I think. So I'll be able to, record that later. Yeah, there was something. Is there anything else around? Don't see it. And I do have stuff to talk about, but maybe get through the tutorial. Nah, I don't do it. So mainly it's just CES stuff. AMD's various announcements, Intel's fewer announcements, and Nvidia's fewer announcements. Yeah, I'm saying AMD always has a lot to announce, but it's also AMD does all of it. Once Intel has their GPUs out, we'll probably see them having just as many announcements at any events like this going forward. But right now, it's there. We go. Yeah, I could have gone to experience. I did hit E. The heck? Oh, no, I just passively healed up. There. So I'm just thinking, what are all the AMD things without looking? There's the Zen 3 Plus things, APUs. So that's the
Rico,
Ryzen
one of the
Mobile,
soldiers is making
basically.
a run for it with the memory card. Stop him. Grapple onto that tramway car, and then slingshot with the parachute to skydive down there.
We have a visual. Requesting backup.
Oops. Wrong buttons. So many wrong buttons.
I'm pinned down!
He dropped the memory card. Get it quick! Use the grappling hook to latch onto the chopper hull. I'll drop you off so you can pick up the last memory card.
There you are. There. But I like really need to change some stuff here. Alright, keep general. Okay, not there. There. That's gonna be better. No, it actually. There, yes. There. Oh. Yeah, the Zen 3 Plus APUs, the 6500 XT and Radeon Super Resolution are 3. Oh, and Privacy View, I also want to. Are the 4 AMD things. Damn it. And
That'll come in handy.
alright. So yeah, with the Zen 3 Plus, that does mean that the CPU, the Zen 3 cores have been refined some. I don't really recall anything stating specifically how. It's also going to be on the 6nm instead of 7nm node at TSMC, which
Okay, hotshot, hang tight.
I want to say.
I'm gonna make a pass around that building. Get your guns out and deal with any rooftop hostiles.
I want to say 6nm is an enhancement, but it's
You always
not.
have to do it your way, huh? Well, get on with the mission then.
But it is refinement kind of thing. Not like fully. I think there's still something to explode. It's not a full node change, but it is still going to be, improvements there. Enough so that it's able to hit boosts of 5 gigahertz, which is not bad. Yeah, which does remind me of something that I noticed concerning the because Intel also announced various there's Intel also announced their newest mobile CPU. Okay. That are coming, and they also are, able to boost up to 5 gigahertz. At least some of them are. I mean, that's true for both of them, for both companies. But it's just one of those funny things where right now they are actually both able to claim they have the fastest mobile CPU because there's no one to counter that argument. Amen. Come on. There we go. Got him. Perfect. Yeah, a funny little thing that I noticed.
Sam,
Because until they both get theirs out, neither side knows what they're really capable of.
pick you up.
See, I could get explosives, or I can do this.
I just love.
Limited ammo. I love it too much in games.
Good job. I'm coming back to pick you up as fast as I can. Keep yourself alive.
Now there's the catch here that you... What the heck?
God damn it, Kane! You better get a move on!
I'm inbound. Stand fast and
That,
feel hell.
You cannot... that must have been it. That you can't walk around while firing.
Kane!
Don't worry. Use the grenades. Do your stuff. I'll be there soon.
Well, you better make it quick, or you'll have to bring me back in a dog food can.
The idea appeals to me, but somehow I doubt it's gonna happen.
Yep, there you are.
This is getting ridiculous, Kane. Next time it's you on the ground and me in the chopper.
Chain of command, baby. It's all about chain of command. Go, go, go! Get out of there now!
There. There's still this guy. Alright. What else is around? Like, what is the last thing that I have to blow up? Anyway, so yeah, with the Zen 3 Plus, max of 5 gigahertz, and that is on the 8-core 16-thread processor that they have that, so it's getting there. You do want to clear all of these, and it's just, you know, I'm here, so why not try to do it all now? And one reason is I've got no idea where the last one, the last two things are. Actually, wait, no, I do know one. Down there, because I couldn't hit it with the flat cannon. Let me also look over here. Yeah, so it will be interesting to see that. The main thing, though, that for the new APUs that a lot of people are interested in is that they will no longer be using Vega graphics. They will be using RDNA. So there's literally one thing. Let me try coming up. Because it could be hidden over there. But yeah, so Vega has been used in their APUs for so many years now. And I mean, to be fair, miniaturizing an effective GPU for that kind of design is not, an easy thing. So it makes sense that they stuck with the Vega for so long, and they also continued to make enhancements with it as well. Which one was it? I don't remember which generation it was, but they actually made some serious improvements to efficiency. With still it just being Vega, and I do remember it was something where they were talking about how, yes, the improvements we made there will translate to the RDNA, the discrete GPUs, the desktop discrete GPU. And I don't remember what it was, but I do remember that was one of the things that was revealed, was announced, however you want to put it. Yeah, so now to have the RDNA stuff in there, and it is RDNA 2, it's going to be interesting. And also, because it's RDNA 2, that means it has the full support for stuff like mesh shaders and variable rate shading, which are both technologies that could appreciably improve performance, especially in such a constrained design as an APU. So yeah, I'm definitely curious to see how those go, and isn't it nice I also, am in the situation of needing to get a new laptop at some point. Hey, it's hanging in there, it's still doing a good job, but it's not in the best of shape. Oop.
That'll come in handy.
Forget it. Let's just get going. Although, actually... Alright, there isn't anything. And I don't see anything around here either. Yeah, I don't know what it is I missed, but it's probably just something at the beginning. Oh. There we go. So yeah, they announced that stuff. What was the next thing that I had on? Although, yeah, they also talked about some other things, like a laptop-specific enhancements, like a Smart Access Graphics is one that I think is interesting, which is it redirects. Normally, it's the discrete GPU goes through the CPU to drive to the display. This would be allowed to be direct.
Oh, you think we
let
blew
them
our
talk.
cover?
You got the memory cards, so I guess we're still one step ahead.
And where does that step take us?
The agency's last contact here on Panau, Carl Blaine.
What's his story?
A Swedish ex-charity worker, now a professional gambler and alcoholic.
And we trust a guy like that?
No, but we've got no choice. Blaine knows more about this island than anyone. Now kick back for a while. Enjoy the ride.
And I think I did see something talking about there's some NVIDIA laptops that also have that. It's a muxer.
Okay,
They explained
here we
it.
are. Let's go find Blaine.
People of Panau, it is I, your beloved president. Today I have issued the order to close down and clear out the den of foreign decadents called Panau Falls Casino. All foreign nationals in this casino will be rounded up and tried before deportation. Let it be known that those who harbor foreign criminals and unpatriotic scum will be brought before the court and tried.
I've seen some dumps in my time.
This
This
country
place-
is under siege by unsound and immoral influence.
It's worse than we
Long live
expected.
Panau.
Who are you and what is your business here?
I be careful now.
We're friends of Carl's.
Carl has no friends.
Apart from you, Jade Tan, you're his girl, right?
Huh. You must be spooks.
Spooks, hoping to talk to Carl.
You're way too late, lady. He's at the casino.
What? That casino?
Sure. That's where he makes his living.
Yeah, we're dying ain't much of a living. We need to get there. Fast.
Then you better hop on. They'll swat that bird out of the sky on sight.
I gotta go, but I'll keep an eye on you. Help you out if I can.
So, honey, let's go.
Adios!
They did also announce new discrete mobile GPUs that can be paired them with the game.
You'll stop. If you hurry, you might just save his sorry ass.
You don't think too highly of him.
If the government gets their hands on Carl, they'll sure come looking for me too. So, as of right now, I'm over the bum. And out of here.
Maybe I see you again.
Or maybe not. This island is a playground to some, but a graveyard to others. Salamat jalam, spook!
Alright. So yeah, the 6500 XT, which a lot of people seem to not be too happy about. Some of that definitely for fair reason. Like, apparently it is a PCIe by 4. I mean, it's PCIe Express 4, but it still is, by 4.
We got a positive! Send back up!
There we go. Nah. Keep it at this for now. Well, actually, no, I take that. Going to dual wielding with this, especially because, you do have, you know, that they end up, it gets to a point where that's what the majority of your enemies have. So, as far as, I was afraid of that, yeah.
Watch out for that demolition officer.
You were saying something?
The hostiles have deployed breaching charges. If they get inside, Blaine is toast. Disarm them.
Okay.
You can always grapple hook your way up these towers.
So yeah, it's a by 4 connection, which, you know, for PC, when that's PCIe 4, that translates to by 8 on PCI Express 3. But if you still only have a PCIe 3.0 connection, then it's limited to by 4. So yeah, it's a weird thing, and unsure why exactly AMD would design that way. But it's what they've done with other cards as well, so I guess we can't be too surprised by something.
Enemy sighted! All available units advance!
Yep. Ooh. Now, let me quickly see. I want to see if there's a way to make that a not a toggle. I don't see anything here that makes sense for B and Drat. Yeah. I mean, for what it's worth, that's a nicer QuickTime event than you see in some things.
Contact on my position! I'm gonna jump!
They're gonna kill Blaine. Deal with that chopper, Rico, quickly!
going down, man! Let's finish this!
Mind if I borrow
Right.
this?
Whoops, not what I meant to do. Not even close. Come on, come on.
Crap, I can't get a shot!
I don't remember what it is to go up. That was the
Okay,
problem.
come on! That'll teach us! That'll teach us!
Get inside the overpass tunnel and save Blaine.
We've got him on the run!
Okay, move in. We got him.
Oops. Nope, 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 no, 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 no. Come on, come on. Nope, no, 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 no. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, land the damn thing. Okay, come on, let's... There we go.
Who the hell are you?
I'm with the agency. You Carl Blaine?
Right now, I wish I wasn't. You agency boys sure took your time. After all I'd done for you.
I'm not here to help you. Unless you can help me find Tom Sheldon.
What? I thought it was with you guys.
Oh, he was. But now he's our primary target.
Oh, ho, ho. Ain't no love in the world of international espionage, baby.
So you know where to find him.
Sure.
Good. Now hold on tight.
What are you doing, you idiot? Up and away! Oh! You really are one crazy SOB.
Yep.
But I
That's
am
Rico.
called Blaine, drunk and disorderly. Now let's go to my car here and I drive you to my crib. What? My beautiful car! In the ditch! I love this effing ride, man. I can't drive any other car. Pull it out of here somehow.
Oh, that's... Wait, oh. Alright, do it that way. Which is probably the way I was supposed to do it. Anyway, yeah, so the... Along with the, whole it only
Get
being...
up on the roof, my man. You fight better from there. Get going.
It only being PCIe by 4. It's also the 6500 XT. It's also only 4 gig of RAM. Although one thing that I saw indicated that it that could change. Like that's not a hard limit. It's just what they're starting it out at because 4 gig kind of makes it not so good for mining, for Ethereum and Bitcoin mining. Well, mainly Ethereum at this point, I think, but regardless. The idea being that,
Look out! Here they come!
and there, that, you make it less effective for that, so it disincentivizes miners from buying them up. Especially since the pricing is supposed to be at $200. I do enjoy this. It would be worth a shot. I guess I was wrong. And also there's a lot of not unreasonable criticism that $200 for what it is supposed to offer is not that great a price. Which, yeah, it should be proven upgrade to like the RX 580 I have, which is a $200 GPU when it launched. Actually, a little bit more. I only paid $200. But it's also an 8 gig card. So it's, yeah, that's probably, and also for like the performance that it's supposed to be targeting, it probably is overpriced. But $200 is not that bad an overprice given the current, for an MSRP, given the current market. So it's like,
Okay, I'm taking a little detour.
Would be nice if it were priced less, but I mean, let's face it, they're not gonna sell 200. They're gonna sell too much more than that. And the same is kind of true for the RTX 3050. Yeah, that's supposed to be a $250 card that Nvidia announced. That there's no way it's actually gonna sell at $250. I've seen some saying though that that'll probably end up being more performance than the was hoping for more there. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, the predictions are it will be better than the 6500 XT.
I was one bullet away from meeting my maker.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
you'll
it's
still meet him. Unless you get me to Sheldon.
we'll just see, but it's not really like there's much healthy competition at
Find
that
him where?
performance and
What
price
I hear
target.
is that he went up jungle, started some kind of rebel gang, fighting for the government, fighting against the government. So much rumor.
So get me to this rebel gang.
That won't be easy,
You want me to throw you back to those dogs?
but it's not impossible. There are 3 major criminal gangs on the island. You get in real friendly with all of them and they sure lead you all the way to Sheldon. Here, give me your PDA.
You want my PDA?
I need to download for you the intel on these gangs.
Okay. But if you mess with me, I will kill you.
Ah, home sweet home. Wow, this PDA is some high-tech stuff.
Hey! Where are you going?
I'm downloading the locations, contacts I told you about. That way you can get in real close with these guys. Real close and cozy, you dig?
I can't just waltz up and say, hey, I'm a criminal, and I'd like to work for your organization.
Sure, so I'll just tell old crooks of this island that an international gun for hire is visiting Panau. Mr. Scorpion. They're always looking for new talent.
Okay. But I'll need guns and vehicles.
I'll put you in contact with a black market dealer I know. Here, use these beacons to contact him.
If these things fail, believe me, I'm coming back for you.
Because of DLC, I actually do have access to some special stuff already in the Black Market. That's one of the DLC things, as is that. And that. You get the idea. At this point on, it's all DLC. Oh, yeah. I guess can get back to talking about some of the stuff. Okay, coming back. Radiant Super Resolution was confirmed, but requires RDNA or newer, which is annoying to me. So that's the Fidelity FX Super Resolution, but integrated in drivers. So like for a game like this, potentially, could just toggle it on so it'll render at a low resolution, but be upscaled and sharpened so it looks better, improving performance. But I have VSync on, so it's capped at 60. And this is not a game that today you really need control. Privacy view is one thing that's kind of yeah, it is kind of neat that this is actually 3D.
I got a message from Carl Blaine about you. The Scorpion, right? Well, I am the Sloth Demon. If you need a heavy drop or an extraction, I'm your man. You can contact me using the beacons you were given by Blaine.
There. Just trying to think. Oh yeah, the privacy
Time
view.
to
That,
meet the criminal factions and make some new best friends.
that's gonna wait till next week. I am just gonna try to clear this place, which requires going around and trying to find all the pickups.
You get to know the factions real good, Rito. The Roaches are Panau's urban mob. They wear some, how'd I put it, very nice Italian suits while they cut your throat. The Reapers, well, they follow in good old Che Guevara's footsteps. For them, it's all about the land and the people, as long as it's their land and their people. Then there's the Ular Boys, a crazy jungle mob who plan to turn this island into a natural paradise. Meaning, no foreigners, no foreign goods and foreign pop music, dig? And careful, Rico. For sport that dies traitors with their man-dows.
Oh, gee.
This is Radio Panau, the voice of truth. So listen to it. Today, the President Panay administration issued orders to shut down the international gambling establishment, Panau Falls Casino. In the fracas that followed, the Panau military was forced to intervene as dangerous foreign criminal elements took their native customs to the soil of Panau and attacked police officials with machine guns and explosives. A lone gunman, with ties to famous criminal organizations all over the world, is said to have caused considerable damage before escaping with one of the foreigners due for deportation. The police have issued a warning to the public close to the Panau Falls Casino, as well as an encouragement to report any suspicious activity in the area.
Here.
I'm going around. Contact
Sorry, just privacy view. Finally, let's see if I can actually talk about it this time. So it's actually kind of a neat thing, where it will by using head and eye tracking, which I'm not entirely sure how that'll be applied. In theory, could be done, like I have a gaze tracker that also tracks your head, and you can have such a piece of technology built into a laptop. There are some, but it could also be that this will just be done via the webcam. But the idea is that it will track where your head and eyes are looking, and then blur or darken the rest of the screen in order to protect whatever information you're looking at, or rather, not looking at. It's definitely a neat idea. So I am curious to see how that will be handled, and what kind of things that will allow people to do. Okay, here. Yeah, that was the last thing for AMD, and that was a driver thing that is just sometime this year, kind of a driver thing. Obviously, that's going to be targeting mobile. I have no idea if we might see that come to desktops. In theory, it could. Yeah.
Tired of pain while walking? Well, come on here and buy a specially made slippers and stop pushing.
That'll do it, I think. Although, let's first, the pickup is probably right around. Or not. Well, it might just. Actually, that'll do even better.
Hurt the big man's ego.
Oh, I did get it. Oop, I keep doing that. Oh, no, that's fine. There we go. Yeah, so I don't know exactly what'll be up with that. The privacy view on desktop. But yeah, as I said, in theory it could. Like, that should be enough of a software solution. Yes, it will need to be tied into hardware, but it still might be one of those desktops can have that hardware too. So, we'll see. All I have for the Intel news noted, that is that they're saying that they will be able to boost to 5 gigahertz, and also that the 12900 HK, is that it? Yeah, HK will feature 6 P cores and 8 E cores. So that's 20 threads. Because 6 times 2, because you get the hyperthreading, so there's 12, and then 8 more from the E core. Could be good. It will be very interesting to see how the Alder Lake CPUs work for mobile. But it is one of those, we have to just see it to actually find out.
Here comes the cavalry!
Trying to remember. What is it to open up the thing? I don't think it was in there. It is F1.
Hey!
There it is. I'm just gonna pull that out. Alright.
Want some more, tough guy? Oh, the banners are gone! Get away! Get away!
I'm starting to get far enough away. Oh, no. This is mainly because it still says 85%. Which means that it's still part of the city. And the last bit is over here. I'm over here, more specific. I thought. Right there. Perfect. Alright.
That was fun! Here we come!
There. Save and I will be stopping. There are, like, a few more things to talk about, but it's just, I've been so distracted with the game and also with the whole, so much of it was tutorial. At this point, I'm not in tutorial, but yeah, I figured let's stop so I just talk. But yeah, that's the image I'm using for the thumbnail. Anyway, so yeah, 12900K, 6P cores, 8E cores. That could be interesting for a mobile CPU, but it's one of those until they're out there. It's hard to say. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have more to say than that. I mean, as I said earlier, I am interested in getting a new laptop at some point. Like, it could be this coming generation, but I'm not so urgent as like, oh, I'll get this. I know I'm going to get this one with this AMD processor, or I'm going to get this one with this Intel processor. I don't know yet. I want to see how things shake out first. I talked about the RTX 3050 a little bit. The other bit of news for NVIDIA is the announcement, the tease of the RTX 3090 Ti, which is the full GA102. I think that's the name of it. But it's the full die, so everything enabled in there. So it will hands down be the most powerful GPU from NVIDIA, at least for gaming, in the GeForce line. And I have no idea why NVIDIA is doing that. I mean, it's very much reads as one of those things that it's like they're out of touch with the reality of the market, that nothing is selling at the right price. That the consumers, they don't need another Halo product now. That's not going to help them. What they need are more like the 3080, the 3070, and 3060 levels of performance from NVIDIA. And for AMD, that would be the 6800 series, the 6700 series, and the 6600 series. That's what they need. The 3050, good to be doing that. 6500 XT, good to be doing that. But not 3090 Ti. That makes no sense to be released. But it could just be, hey, we're finally bidding well enough that we're going to start selling these. Make some extra money on those because, they're worth that much. Okay, that's fair, that's fine, I get that. But it still is, that is not what this market is at the moment. The market is not in place that that's what you should do. Unless, and there's no way they would do this for multiple reasons. One is, it's never been NVIDIA's model, at least not business model, at least to my knowledge, The other is it kind of wouldn't matter in this environment anyway. But if they were to decide, you know what, 3090 Ti, we're going to price that at the 3090 MSRP. We're going to lower the 3090, we're going to lower the 3080 Ti, we're going to lower the 3080, we're going to lower the 3070 Ti, we're going to lower the 3070, and just, if they use that to push down the rest of their stack, and just, basically we are not going to go above, what's the 3090 at normally, 1500? I think that's right. I think that's what its original MSRP. But if they said 3090 Ti, that is that up, 1500 is the upper limit, so we're going to push the 3090 Ti there, push everything else down. That I think enough people would accept as not just a completely tone-deaf kind of decision, but I don't think they would do that. I was like, why would they? I mean, that wouldn't make them more money. It would help them in PR ways, public relations ways, but why would NVIDIA care? They have their fanboys. They have mind share in very disturbing ways. I mean, and yes, it is disturbing because there are so many people that repeat things that are just false about, negative things about AMD, positive things about NVIDIA. Mainly it's negative things about AMD, where it's, like the whole, oh, my friend, a friend of a friend of a friend kind of thing. The moment they plugged in their AMD GPU, the entire system caught on fire, burned his house down, now he's homeless, and also killed his dog. And that's why I'm never going to buy an AMD GPU. And it's like, A, it probably never actually happened, and 2, because why not to change up the counter there? That's not a reason for you not to buy. I mean, maybe that's a reason for your friend, but, well, friend of a friend of a friend. But it's kind of ridiculous to go with that. And it is also like the whole, oh, well, NVIDIA drive is so much better. It's like, yeah, talk to some of the people that actually have been using AMD for years, and they'll tell you, because like for me, I've been using AMD drivers for years. I think I've had one or two problems with them ever. None of the issues were like, this is like seriously broken. I have a true problem here. The closest would actually be when I updated the drivers on the RX 580 that I'm using now, and the drivers I am still using at the moment. But that's not on the drivers. I think the undervolt that was applied was bad with the new drivers, because that happens with AMD GPUs, that happens with NVIDIA GPUs. You update the drivers, suddenly your overclock or undervolt is no longer good. I think that's all it was, because once I've had it running on stock and had 0 issues. So that's not on them. That, if anything, is on me. But it's like, I remember certain things with NVIDIA, like, I think it was the StarCraft 2 beta. It was either that or the Command & Conquer 4 beta, where they put out beta drivers that, had the day one optimizations for this beta release. Yeah, the thing is, it kind of also didn't have the fan connected correctly in the software. So the fans never spun up, which allowed the GPU dies to physically burn out. Like, there actually were cards killed by NVIDIA drivers, where people would be playing and then suddenly the computer would shut down and wouldn't boot back up because the GPU had died. So many problems with that one. I've never heard of something like that for AMD. Now, true, that was very rare. That is very true. It is rare that something like that would happen. Although there is the whole... Crap, what is that Amazon game? The one that was killing all the cards? There is that, but as I think it was Buildzoid was talking about, he thinks that of actual hardware overclocking, no, actually hardcore overclocking, AHOC on YouTube. He thinks that that's related to NVIDIA's using of averaging for power figures for like overcurrent protection, which means that transients, so very short-lived but sudden bursts, are ignored because of that. He thinks that it might be that's what's happening there, is that the game is causing the GPU to suddenly pull so much power at one moment that it just fries, because the overcurrent protection would stop that, but NVIDIA's overcurrent protection is specifically designed in a way that ignores that. So it doesn't, the protection is useless. especially because apparently how some of the phases are set up, where it's like most of the phases are paired up such that the OCP would be at like, I don't know, let's say 12 amps. Is that? It's been a while since I've done the electronic stuff, but let's say 12. But then you've also got some that are singles that are alone, so it's at only 6 instead of 12. Like if two paired together, they can handle 12, but alone they're 6. So they set the average for the OCP at like 8 or 10 or 12 even. Well, that means that the singles, if they end up pulling the 8, 10, or the 8 or 10, or even the 12, that the others would be like, no, trip the OCP. The singles don't. It was something like that. I'd have to find that video again. And I also am very likely wrong. It's just, I'm thinking 12 amps there because it's, when you do the math, it works out to hundreds of watts. Because of, you multiply. But it's just, that his point was that the grouping means that while the normal pairing of the state power stages, the OCP limit makes sense being that high, but there are also some that aren't paired, so those stages can pull way more current than they should, and that'll blow them. That'll blow them up. So it's like, and that's one of those very bad design things that NVIDIA has apparently been doing for years. AMD doesn't do that. So that's a reason to actually not buy an NVIDIA card, go with an AMD card. And because remember, I'm just talking about how there are fanboys for NVIDIA, the mindshare is so strong that nothing phases them. That doesn't matter how bad a product might be, how bad a driver might be, they still think NVIDIA is better. So NVIDIA is able to get away with stuff and not have to care about what the actual market situation is. If they can put out the 3090 Ti. But also, I've got one experience with NVIDIA drivers, and I've mentioned this before, but it's been a while. I used to run 2 GPUs, a GTX 570 and GTS 250. And I would use the 250 for either like doing folding at home, because why not? Or for physics offload, which, by the way, don't do. If you can do the dual GPU, don't bother with offloading the physics. Every time I tried that, it's like, yeah, that's great, it allows the physics there, but it also, like, if you just have it run on the main GPU, like, I remember Borderlands 2, I think it was. I still had GTX 770 and GTX 570, and had the 570 doing the physics. And I decided, let me try just running on the 770. It actually ran better. I'm serious, it ran better, because the 770 was sufficiently faster than the 570, that what was made, that the performance advantage that the 570 would have had by not needing to do the rendering was made up for by the 770 being that much more powerful. So yeah, it's like that's a capability that doesn't really matter. But anyway, when I had the 570 and GTS 250 installed, it led to a P-state bug, P-state issue that I reported to NVIDIA, and they did not fix. Like, I know for 9 months I was trying drivers, and it never got fixed for those 9 months. When that 9-month period ended, the bug actually still existed, but it flipped. So it actually wasn't so negative anymore, but it was still present. So, at that time, P-states were completely different for GPUs than they are today. Like, today, if I pull up the drivers for the AMD GPU right now, the 580 right now, there's like 8 different P-states. P-states are power states, so that's clock speed and voltage pairings, okay? And you try to fit, the GPU tries to run at the one that gives you the most amount of performance for the situation, okay? But back then, the GTS 250, it only had 2 power states, 2D clocks and 3D clocks. So 2D is basically desktop, what I'm doing right now, essentially. And 3D clock would be gaming. With FAMI though, the 400 and 500 series, NVIDIA went to 3 clocks. A 2D clock, a 3D clock, and an idle clock. Okay, so idle clock would be the normal desktop, because it really doesn't take much to render the desktop. The bug was, the moment the GPUs actually went up to the 3D clock, if they fell back down, the 570 would never go back to the 3D clock, it would stay at the 2D clock. Yep, and the only way I could do that the only way I could fix it was to restart the drivers, either by restarting the computer or actually reinstalling the driver. I'm serious. That's what it took. It was terrible, that situation. And as I said, I had to stay on the same drivers for 9 months. Which, I mean, yeah, staying on the drivers for 9 months actually isn't that bad. At least not today. Back then, it wasn't so much fun. And you just saw all these new release drivers, these new beta drivers come out, and not a one of them fixed. It would still have that problem where if it went up to the 3D clock once, it wouldn't go up again until I reset the drive. And what eventually happened, though, because it did say it flipped, was instead of the 570, the primary GPU, the one that was actually driving the display, that would actually be able to go back up to the 3D clock, but the 250 would get locked at its 2D clock, which was tolerable, because it's I needed the 570 to work at normally. The 250 not working normally was annoying, was a problem, but it was something I could put up with. Never had an experience like that with AIM. Nope. The only negative experiences I've had with any of the AMD stuff is the one with as I talked about, with the drivers not liking the undervolt. At some point, I really should try to find the new undervolt on this thing. I just don't care enough at the moment. The other is when my original RX Vega 64 died. It's it just would not work in the desktop anymore. It worked on the test system for whatever reason, but I RMA'd it and back to Gigabyte, and they said, "Yep, it's dead. This cannot be repaired. We're just going to replace it for you." Okay. So now I got that. So now I got the newer Gigabyte one that I use in the performance analyses. It's that's it. It's one was a card physically died, the other was an undervolt went bad, which is the same as saying an overclock went bad. It's normal. I mean, it's there's nothing weird there. So, yeah, I'm sorry, I don't like fanboyism for any side. Everybody has their strengths, everybody has their weaknesses, and the thing is that it's always best to actually look to see what those strengths and weaknesses are. Because if you Serious Statistics Part 2, the sync encounter, that article that I did, that could be fun to revisit. But anyway, I compared NVIDIA Fast Sync versus AMD Enhanced Sync. And, I mean, if you look that article up and you just look at the frame time graphs, the course graphs between those, it is clear Enhanced Sync is the superior technology of the two. Now, Enhanced Sync does have some stability issues, so not necessarily something you always want to run with. That is true, but Fast Sync was laughed at because it was so bad, and people then just dismissed Enhanced Sync because they saw it as just being AMD's response to NVIDIA. And it's no, it's actually a fairly different and substantially better technology. It really and truly is. But fanboyism has shown people thinking NVIDIA is superior to AMD, therefore any time that AMD tries to respond to an NVIDIA technology, if that NVIDIA technology is bad, the AMD technology has to be worse. And that's an example where it's not the case. AMD's is actually bad. I also think that the AMD drivers are nicer too. The user interface, a hell of a lot better than the 90s era NVIDIA drivers. And no, I don't count GeForce Experience. I also don't install GeForce Experience. Anyway, I am certain I've blathered on enough. That was the introduction, the first 50 minutes or so of Just Cause 2. It is a fun game. I'm looking forward to playing it some more next week. And I just want to quickly check something before signing off. It is from 2010. This game is almost 12 years old. March 23rd, 2020. March 23rd, 2010. There we go. Now my tongue is working. That's when it came out. That's when it released. So, what day does that fall on? 20th. That's a Wednesday. It would have been awesome if it were a Friday or Saturday, because that means I would have hit the 12-year anniversary for one of these videos. Not going to do that, but it's going to be close. And, I mean, yeah, it looks like it's that old, to be fair. But, it's it is still a fun game. It's going to be a lot of fun. The controls are a little wonky. That is true. Just Cause 3 does make some definite improvements there. Just Cause 4, I still remember for the review. Did I write it in the conclusion or not? I know it's what I thought, though. That with Just Cause 3, Just Cause 4, you might as well just play Just Cause 3. The differences aren't enough between them. And also Just Cause 3 has a nice vibrancy to the color that I enjoy. Yeah. I'm looking forward to getting to Just Cause 3. But this game first, and this game is so much fun. It's an easy recommend. It really. Alright. I should stop talking. We'll stop rambling. That's what I've been doing, let's be honest. And yeah, I shall see you next time.